Hello. So let me ask you a question. Can you remember when you were very little? Some of us can and some of us can't. Now, even if you can't, you might have seen some baby pictures of yourselves, childhood photos. Now, when you compare those photos to now, you are taller and you're bigger. So what happened? You grew up, you grew. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about growth. Now, growth occurs in all organisms, including tiny cells, plants, you, and every other animal out there. But what exactly is growth? Now, we're going to define growth. Now, you ready? Okay, here it is. Growth is an irreversible or permanent increase in size, number, dry mass, or weight of living organisms. Now, irreversible and permanent are very important parts of that definition. That means you can't turn it around. It's permanent once that growth has happened. Now, when cells grow, they do this by adding living protoplasmic material. This is that jelly-like substance that's inside of cells, which contains its tiny organelles. Now, increase in the complexity of organisms can also be termed growth. Something is more complex if it is not so simple. So organisms can grow either by increasing in number, size, or complexity. Now, let me ask you another question. Do all organisms grow forever? No, not all organisms grow forever, but some do. Plants can continue to grow forever as long as they are alive. Either they keep on growing by increasing in their height, or they go by increasing in their sizes when they grow new branches or new leaves, or even grow bigger leaves. Plants may even grow by increasing their complexity. So plants just never stop. They keep growing. Now, animals, on the other hand, do not grow forever because their growths are limited to certain periods of their lives. So think of your mother, for example. Have you seen baby pictures of your mom? Now, but she grew to become a teenager and finally an adult. And then after that, it seems like growing stopped, right? Humans and other animals can only grow at certain points or periods of their lives, and then they do not grow anymore. But there are some animals, there are some exceptions, some lower animals like corals and sponges, which can keep growing until they die. Now, let's do something. Let's look at the differences between plants and animal growth. Plant growth is limited to certain growth regions, such as the meristem in its roots, or shoots and nodes. While growth in animals is diffuse, it takes place in all parts of the body. Plants exhibit continuous or indeterminate growth. That is, they grow throughout their lifetime. But growth in animals is restricted to certain periods of their lives, and this is called determinate growth. One other very important difference between plants and animals is that plants can grow new parts or organs. Animals, however, do not grow new parts or organs. All the organs that they need are formed when they are embryos. So, what have we learned? We've learned that organisms can grow in number, size, and complexity. We've also learned that plants and animals grow differently, and now you can explain what growth means to your inquisitive friend. But what actually influences organisms to grow? What causes that? Now, if you want to find out, join me in the next lesson.